And more important than maybe the cutting board, in fact, is the set of 2 knives, Chef Gil.
Exactly.
And a knife sharpener.
Exactly
to
right.
make this a perfect set.
What a set it is.
Nice to have you here, sir.
Thank you. Been having a great time all day today. And you know what? This is one of my favorite kits I've ever seen from Prepology. The 2 most important tools you can have in any kitchen, clean hands and a good knife. So listen, let's get going with this, all right? That Santoku knife is great for the beginner. It's great for the moderate chef, and it's got that edge that'll give you all the confidence you need to get the job done quick and easy. And that's what I love about it. That's what I love about Prepology quality. Now listen, every time you take a knife and you cut it into a cutting board, you're going to dull it a tiny bit. Doesn't matter what the knife is. Now remember, this is reversible, so I can get ahead and flip that over. But here's what I love about this. As your knife needs it, you've got a sharpener with this set that perfectly matches the board that you've got. It's suction based, so go ahead and put it right on like that. Now this is not like one of those sharpening steels. All that does is remove the burr from a knife. This is a bona fide tungsten steel edge, or tungsten steel sharpener to make sure that that edge is always going to be perfect. You can see it there, taking a little bit off and giving it a sharpen. So what that's going to do is that's going to give you that control in the kitchen, that incredible edge, so you can go ahead and turn grapes into contact lenses. I mean, look at that. I can read through that thing. That's what we're talking about with that. So you know what? The fact that it's a Santoku knife is also cool because it allows this blade to move through the food really easily. Santoku means that it's got those divots all the way down the side. Now, I know we've got a printed knife here instead of steel, so it's a little tougher to see, but those divots are right there. So when you're working with something like meats, cheeses, it allows that easy release from the knife. So when you're making something like a quick caprese salad, it's not going to fight you, it's not going to stick on you, it's going to work with you in the kitchen. And let's not forget that we've also got that paring knife, which has that same blade on it. So when you're getting all of this done for all of your favorite dishes, you've got exactly what you need to get the job done right. So we're going to put that on there. And one more thing here before we move on, that blade, that Santoku blade, has a curve on it, which is perfect. So when you're rocking back and forth, when you've got to do those things like herbs and your parsleys and your fresh basils to go ahead and sprinkle right on top of that, every dish is simpler, every dish is easier. And like I said, a sharp knife is a safer knife, David.
Because a sharp knife is less likely to cut you because you're not working as hard. Now we have 3 colorways. You're getting a paring knife, the Santoku knife, the sharpener, and the double-sided cutting board. Now this one is called Picnic Plaid. I love Picnic Plaid. We also have it in lemon, and finally we have it in floral. They're all exactly the same components, they're just different colorways. Now, can that cutting board go in the dishwasher?
Cutting board can go in the dishwasher, and the knives are dishwasher safe, although we do recommend to hand wash a knife all the time, no matter what kind of knife you've got. Now, this is, I call this one my father-in-law demo because he always asks me, well, you know, Mark, what are you using to stick that tomato to the board? This is because of that Santoku design. Nice, thin pieces, and Andy, there's nothing holding that on there. That's the power of that blade that we've given you with Prepology. And remember, Prepology is our house brand. It's our proprietary brand, and we want to make sure that everything is simple and easy to use. So when you take a pepper skin, if you haven't got a sharp knife, you might as well use a spoon or the back of the darn thing, right?
Yeah, right.
So before you go ahead and do the skins of a pepper, take that sharpener, which comes with it. It's not an extra cost. It's tungsten steel. It's not going to remove the burrs like a stick does. That's just for the kind of in-between quick fix. This is an actual sharpener. Move that through that tungsten steel teeth 5 or 6 times, and you can see it's sharpening that blade down. So now you've got that complete control, and I mean, it literally falls through, David, like it's not even there. And that's the kind of control that you want to have. So whether it's that pepper or whether you need that confidence in the kitchen to grab that avocado and go ahead and work it around and get that pit out, that's the kind of thing that you want to have in that kitchen at all times, because that's what's going to help you get that job done.
Yeah, and that's so very important.
Exactly.
Don't miss out on this opportunity. Everybody is needing a good set of knives, a reliable set of knives, as well as a cutting board, as well as a knife sharpener. Now, remember when you first bought your knives and what a pleasure they were to use?
Oh my goodness.
Because they were sharp, right?
Exactly.
And they made prep, they took the work out of prep work.
Exactly right.
And made it very, very simple for you to get ready for what you found to be more joyful, which was the cooking. That's certainly what I found more joyful.
Exactly. So this is going to work with you.
This is why so many people are looking for a great set of knives, a cutting board, and a sharpener.
Exactly. Now, I do love the fact that it's got a French tip. So here's a great way to dice an onion. Rather than doing that thing where you go in it like this, that makes a lot of people nervous. Just follow that right around where those petals are grown, and as you cut down on it, you've gone and you've got that great chop, that great little mince there, and you've got that curve, so when you have to run through and knock it down even a little more or do your herbs, that's exactly what you're looking for. And I love the fact that it's got the prints on it. I love the fact that this is double-sided, and I absolutely love the fact that this is going to match all of those great things you already have in your Prepology kitchen.
And so many people are making this their choice. Please don't wait on this, because so many people are looking at this and saying, you know what, my knives have seen better days. I don't have a good cutting board, scarred beyond recognition.
Right.
I don't even have a pattern on there anymore. This is going to be something so very important, and you can choose your color grouping. We have this in picnic plaid. We have this in the lemon. And finally, we have it in floral. All of these are exactly the same, except that they have different prints.
Exactly. Now let me show you a little tip with your bananas. A lot of times we'll want to do things early and prep a banana, but we wait until the time because we don't want it to turn brown on the inside, right? So all you're going to do, take the ends off just like that, and then you're just going to go ahead, do one part of the skin, and then you can open this up and cut this any way you feel. So if you want to cut slices, if you want to go ahead and cut it lengthwise, and then this folds right up, and you've got that set and ready for when you want to use it again. I absolutely love it.
And it's in the fridge or the freezer, however you want to store it. Now, I will also give you a little tip on bananas. If you're looking for an overly ripe banana for, say, banana bread, and you have nothing but fresh bananas,
right,
put them in a 200-degree oven.
Oh,
on a sheet
what
pan.
a great idea.
Because what will happen is the heat will activate the sugar in the banana, and the skin may turn black, but the inside's going to turn nice and soft.
That is perfect. And listen, while we're doing one of those, let's go ahead and go right through that parsley. By the way, what a nice little piece there for Easter. Just pin it to the top. I love it, right? So remember, you're getting that board. You're getting that double-sided print. So whether you choose the red, the yellow, the blue, you're going to, it's like having two cutting boards in one. One side has the moat if you're dealing with something juicy like meat. The other side is great for fruits and vegetables, perfect for not wanting to cross-contaminate. And the bottom line is, like I said, you've got the edge that you need to feel good in the kitchen. If you're a little bit more confident in the kitchen, you've got exactly what you need. And then if you really know your way around the Santoku knife, then you've got exactly what you need to get the job done in the kitchen.
Chef Mark Gill, what a pleasure to have you here. Is this your last item, sir?
I got one more.
You have one? Oh, that's right, you do have one more.
do.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to rush you out. All right, sir, we'll see you back. All right, now, Chris Mincer is here from Rastelli Meats.